About 2 years ago when I moved into my new apartment, I had this on my front door. Warning, grumpy old Arsenal fan lives there. Well, I am still an Arsenal fan. I'm a bit grumpy that we haven't won the Premier League yet, which we should have done. But what I'm not grumpy about is another clean sheet and another victory, which puts us top of the Champions League or joint top. We're right up there. 4 games, 4 wins, 0 goals conceded. This is, I think, 10 games in a row, or 10 wins, 10 games without conceding now in a row. It's ridiculous. It goes back to 1902-03 season. I may be corrected there, but I grew up on George Graham football. Boring Arsenal. And when we scored, we say 1-0 to the Arsenal, 1-0. Because you knew once Arsenal scored under George Graham in his pomp, when we had Seaman in goal, Tony Adams, Bold, Keown, Winterburn, Dixon, you weren't scoring against us, mate. And if you did, we'd probably nick it 2-1 anyway. At worst, we'd get a draw. But this Arsenal defence are just a little bit different. They score goals themselves. Gabriel, leading goal scorer, I think maybe in European football for a centre-back. He's certainly up there. I'm not a stats merchant, but I would have thought he's the leading goal scorer of a centre-back in the Premier League, which probably makes him the leading goal scorer in all top 5 European leagues. I'd have to double check that, but along with that beast, absolute beast, Urian Timber at right back. That geezer just gets better and better. I feel a bit sorry for Ben White, Benny Blanco. He just cannot get in the team. But he's a very good backup. Now, I am a bit concerned because the injuries are mounting. No Gyökeres last night. That I didn't hear, because I wasn't listening to the sound because I was doing a watch along. I didn't realise he got pulled off because he had a muscular injury at the time. We don't know how long he's going to be out for. Thank God, after the Sunderland game, there's an international break. Sometimes you just don't want one. In a way that form we're in, we don't want one. But to get some of our key players back, because the game after the Sunderland game is one of the most important fixtures of the season. It is the North London derby at the Emirates. We play Tottenham. And, it's a North London derby. You don't know what's going to happen, but we have to be favourites. We have to be. And, we are superior to Tottenham. The only player I really rate out of them is Kudos. Who would I take out of their team? Kudos. That's it. So that is it. And trust me, Arteta will have a plan for Kudos to lock him down. Because if you lock him down, I think you shut Tottenham down. Their midfield's very rigid, Tottenham's, where ours is dynamic. You have Zubimendi, you have Rice. I would have thought Eze Odegaard's supposed to be back. I would have thought Odegaard be on the bench, Havertz would be on the bench. Hopefully Jokovic will be starting. If you would think they're saying Kai Havertz will be fit enough for the game, but that's more or less saying he should be on the bench. Arsenal are easily England's best hope for the European Cup, the Champions League this season, in my opinion. But you just never know. When the draw comes out, you just don't know. You just do not know. Look at PSG last season. They weren't the best, but look how good they came in the second half of the season. They were playing prime Barca ball with Doué and Dembele and Kvaratskhelia and Vitinha and, but Arsenal and Hakimi, Arsenal can compete with PSG easily. I think Arsenal and PSG are Bayern Munich are the only other team with a 100% record. I think we have to play them, so that will be an interesting game. I didn't like this new format of the Champions League last season. It's growing on me. It is growing on me. I quite like it now. Maybe because my team's doing well, I don't know. But it's growing on me. It's more interesting. It's more interesting. It's less boring. 2 games east, 2 games east, 2 games east. Then you go, it's just revolutionised the Champions League into more of a Super League. And trying to pull away and do that stupid Super League and ruin ancient tradition in the Champions League. You just cannot do things like that in football. I'm sorry. No. Look, like I said, I still think this weekend is massive. Gyökeres, I don't think he's even going to be on the bench, so it falls to big Mickey Marino once again. He's shown what he can do last night. I'm sure Sunderland will watch him. I mean, how do you deal with Mikel Marino? Because he can play the false 9, or he can come in the near post, or he can go back post, or he can go front post. He is a menace in the air, and he has got a beautiful... Remember, we beat Real Madrid over 2 legs with Marino up front. Remember that. So, I think we'll get the job done against Sunderland just. But we may just concede that a goal. But I just think you'll see Arsenal, without Gyökeres, do what they did last season, just chuck extra kitchen sinks, because we've got extra players, extra firepower. Eze is going to be very important. I really hope Martin Odegaard makes a comeback, because I want him and Eze to build a partnership specifically for low blocks. I think they're the key to unlocking Gyökeres, to unlocking low blocks. And in the bigger games, you just play one of them. And you take your pick. What one suits best where. You can still play both, but maybe... I like Odegaard in the deeper say you got Declan Rice there, or Zubimendi, and then you got Odegaard sweeping around, and Eze just in the 10 there, and then you got your wingers, and then you get your striker. I just like the vision Martin Odegaard's got. I think is underrated, and I think we might have just found the best position for him. And I think Eze coming in, it's going to help him, not hinder him. So all good, all good. Arsenal win again. And can anyone score against us? Let alone stop us. What a victory, boys. What a victory. 2, the Stadium of Light, and Sunderland next. I'll see you there. Live watch along, come along.